What's up everyone, my name is Dean, or as most of you know me, Twisty. Let's make this quick because the tips just came out moments ago, so I've had to quickly make up all my little graphics for this week's round preview because tonight is actually the first game. On Thursday night, it's a pie night on Fox Footy. I'm actually having a shepherd's pie tonight. Anyway, let's get into the games. First one is tonight, Adelaide versus North Melbourne. Crouch comes in for Seedsman with a hamstring injury for the Crows, and Swallow and Cunnington big ins for North Melbourne, come in for Daniel Wells, who is a big out for North Melbourne, as well as Luke McDonald, who did his hamstring last week running down Cirioli. So great chase, disappointing result for him in the end of the day, considering they lost the game anyway. But this game is at the Adelaide Oval. Adelaide are the form team of the competition. Depending on whether or not the bye sort of has them a bit slow at the start of the game, that's probably where North Melbourne can get them here. I think if they can get them early North, be in front maybe at halftime, then they can definitely set up well for the last couple of quarters. But the Crows have been very, very good lately. I mean, I cannot see them losing at home for the rest of the year. So I think that they're just going to dominate this game as well. And North Melbourne, they're okay. Adelaide are pretty good against top 4 sides as well, or top 8 sides, and North Melbourne have been pretty average against like really, really high quality opposition. So we'll see how they go again tonight, but I'm going with the Crows for this one. Now let's move on tomorrow night. Collingwood and Fremantle. Nathan Brown, James Aish, and Travis Cloak all come in for the Pies. I think they were probably a little bit too tall last time, so Witts goes out, Crockett goes out with the knee, and Frost goes out as well, which is an interesting one. Frost has normally been a pretty good defender down there, but obviously Brown comes in to take his spot. And for the Dockers, Jack Hanneth comes in for Tanner Smith, who did his hamstring. Now this is going to be Pavlich's last game at the MCG, we think, unless either Freo somehow make the finals or he plays on next year. But if you have any spare time, I would recommend watching this game, or at least going down to the MCG and watching the big Pav, because he's such a good player to watch live. I can't actually go there because I have a 21st, so I will be missing this game, but I think it's actually going to be a closer game than a lot of people think. So Collingwood will probably get over the line here. The next game we're going to look at is Richmond. This is on Saturday now, the early game on Saturday. Richmond and the Brisbane Lions. Vlosten and Menadue come in. Come on, Connor. Comes in for the Tigers. Danny Rowley has a family funeral, and Corey Ellis has out with a groin injury, so that's news to me. Corey Ellis' injury, hopefully he will be back fairly soon. Sort of a like for like there with Vlosten, sort of can play off the half back, and then Connor Menadue, also a good sort of mid-half forward, sort of smallish forward sort of thing going on there. So he should be all right there. And for the Lions, they've got a stack of changes as usual. I mean, they just have a stack of changes every week. McStay, Andrews, Matheson, Green, Hamill, Mann come into the side. And for the Lions, Zorko goes out. It's a family thing, so he should be back next week. Cutler out with a hamstring injury. Howard out with the knee. And Clay Beams and Paparone have both been omitted from the side. Richmond are going to win this one, even though they are coming off the bye. And they're normally pretty slow coming off the bye, Richmond, but I think that the way Brisbane are going right now, and even especially away from home, they are going to be in for a tough one here. I'm hoping the Tigers get up. Maybe I'll see some of you guys over there, so we'll see how we go. But next game is Saturday twilight, I believe. It's the Giants and the Blues. People are saying Carlton can upset TWS here, and I'm thinking, what is wrong with these people? Because the Giants, Palmer, Mumford, and Johnson come back in. They're key-ins, Mumford and Johnson. Reed and Downey are omitted, and Jacob Hopper has been rested or managed. And for the Blues, Phillips and Tutt come in for Gorringe and Armfield. So I don't know why people think Carlton can win this game, or they can get the Giants sort of on the sleep. I guess last week their performance was pretty average, but Mumford comes back in that side, and you just say, well, the Giants win pretty easily. So I'm thinking the Giants are going to win this one very convincingly. Carlton might be putting in a little bit of a show, but definitely the Giants are in for a really good one here. Now, we've got a couple of games to go. St Kilda and Geelong. Nick Rewalt, Paddy McCarlton come in to that St Kilda side. Big forward line boost there. Tommy Lee comes out as well as Pearce. And for the Cats, Guthrie comes back into the side for Josh Caddy, who is, I think he did a medial, so he'll be out for about 4 weeks or something. Maybe longer. Can't remember how long it actually is. But Geelong are going to win this one. It's at the Etihad Stadium. St Kilda could potentially pull off an upset, but they just come off they have just come off their bye, and generally sides that come off the bye don't win if they're playing a side that hasn't had the bye. And this week we've got 6 games where teams that haven't had the bye play teams that have had the bye. So it's definitely going to mix the numbers up anyway. But Geelong will win this one because they're a better side regardless of who had the bye, who didn't have the bye. St Kilda played some pretty good football this year, but no top class footy against quality opposition. So we'll see how they go again in this one, but I'm thinking it's going to be another Dangerwood show. And the final game of the round is Hawthorn taking on the Gold Coast Suns. Hodge, they are 100% confident Hodge will play. I thought he probably would have been rested this week and then come back after their bye in a couple of weeks' time. So Hodge, Langford, Brand, and Whitecross come in. Gee, Whitecross, he hasn't been in for a while. And Rioli obviously out with the family funeral there for the Riolis, but Hodge is definitely, they reckon he's going to play against this Gold Coast Suns team. Adam Sard is back, Aaron Hall is back, Hallahan is back, Shaw is back, Charlie Cameron is back. So a lot of good quality ins there, but disappointing outs with Kolajasny, Lemons, and Lonergan for the Gold Coast Suns there. But that is going to be a Hawks win at the MCG. At least I think it's at the MCG. 3:20 on a Sunday. Hawthorn should get... or maybe it's in... I think it's in Tasmania, actually. It's probably in Tasmania. Yeah, it is. Hawthorn are going to win anyway, regardless of where it's played. I think they're just a very good side. And now that Hodge is back, they'll be very, very damaging once more. Well, even more damaging than they currently are, because it's still very difficult for a side to beat them at the moment, the Hawks. They're going to win this one. They're going to get the job done. They're going to get the chocolates, and they will come away with the 4 points. Okay. And maybe even a nice percentage boost on top of that as well, because their percentage has been pretty down lately for a top 4 side, but they would want to get that up very soon. Anyway, that is it for this week's preview. A number of teams have the byes. You can work that out by if they're not playing. So thank you so much for watching this video. Leave a big thumbs up. I'm sorry I had to kind of rush this out and that it was kind of late today, but that's because the teams only just came out. So thank you so much for watching, and have a good one. I'll see you guys later.